If you want to know the 3 tips I used to get a marriage green card approval in 4 months, you need to watch this video. Hello everyone, I'm attorney Lee Marvin, and I specialize in immigration law, and I've been doing it for over a decade. I'm recording this video from my home office in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but I help immigrants anywhere in the 50 states and across the world. It's all the same. If you're watching my video for the first time, welcome, and please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell because you don't want to miss future videos that I put out. They're very interesting, they're very entertaining, and they help a lot of people, okay? So I'll also say that they're important because U.S. immigration law is in flux again, and you need to make sure that you know how to move forward with processes, okay? So I will say that you absolutely have to stick around through all 3 of my tips, especially the 3rd tip, because this 3rd tip is probably the best one that I've come up with in the last number of years. And I really want to share it with you because it absolutely will help you succeed. I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to get it approved in 4 months like I did for my client, but absolutely if you follow these tips, you will have a higher level of success, and it might go a lot quicker than you actually would expect, okay? So as I alluded to a second ago, U.S. immigration is in constant flux. It always is. That's nothing new. But never has there been an era that was so confusing, so restrictive, so harsh on immigrants for so many reasons. Probably for the last 10 years or more. It's a very tough time to be an immigrant right now, okay? So part of this is because of politics. It's always about politics. So the problems that people have been experiencing with immigration absolutely is related to politics. Change in leadership from Obama to Trump to Biden to who knows who's going to be next. So that is always in play. But as you recall, we had epic problems with immigration really at the end of Obama leading up to Trump. We had massive problems, massive backlogs, and it's been a catastrophe, okay? Then it got worse. It got worse because of that ridiculous thing called COVID that came and kicked us right in the teeth, and we're still experiencing problems from COVID as far as bureaucratic processings, okay? So very much is the fabric of where we find ourselves today. So a lot of these things can be navigated with different degrees of success, okay? But it is worse than it's been since I've been doing this. It's way worse than it's ever been, and probably more than the last 10 years because of the strange problems. So the backlogs make things horrible with USCIS, and even worse with the embassies. And we're not even talking about the immigration court backlog, which is literally millions of people in an immigration court. So tons of backlogs. So I'm always giving these videos to tell people how to make sure you avoid problems that don't already exist, okay? So that's what these tips are intended to help you with, okay? Because, again, there's too much going on for regular processings because of all this. So I just want you to make sure that you have a leg up on this. And that's why I always recommend people hire an attorney, immigration attorney. If it's not me, it's somebody else. Because guess what? You're likely not going to succeed unless you have a professional that has done this and knows how this ridiculously crazy government works, their bipolar attitude, and how to survive and how to respond, how to interpret, all these things. That's what attorneys do. Immigration attorneys, we're specialists in the area of immigration law. So if it's not me, it's got to be somebody else. Don't try to do this stuff yourself or you will be sorely disappointed, okay? So hire an attorney, preferably me, but you can hire an attorney to help you instead of doing it yourself. Everybody wins. So, tip number 1, if you care about success without making a crazy filing, tip number 1 is about the relationship. I know it sounds like a no-brainer after you hear it, but tip number 1 for successful and quick filing and approval with immigration is all about the proof. The relationship is everything, okay? So obviously you need to prove your relationship to even be able to file. But that's easy. You just provide a marriage certificate. Nope. If that's your tactic, you're already lost, okay? So my recommendation to you is to find things that are unique to your relationship. Immigration loves nothing more than real people with real histories. They can see and smell a mile away if somebody's making stuff up, if they're just slapping stuff together just to do it. What they love to see are unique things about a real life relationship, such as hobbies. What do you guys do together? Do you have evidence of things that you do together? Do you ski? Do you play chess in a chess league? I don't know what it is, but the point is there's hobbies that husbands and wives share that immigration might want to see, right? Because it shows that you're human and it shows that you are legit. Time with family. I always emphasize this with my filings. Time with family. If that's your new family, if that's your extended family, whatever it is, pictures, events, birthdays, graduations, holidays, all that stuff is highly valuable to your immigration filing. Do you share the same religion? Do you go to religious events together? Mitzvahs, if you have christenings or you have things that are religious, that is very clear that it's your religious cultural identities that you either share or now you share because you are now together. That's what immigration wants to see, okay? Tip number 2, joint property and finances. This is very, very important, okay? Because nothing shows that you're in a committed relationship more than successes and failures. So immigration loves to see that you are tight at the hip, and if one of you goes down, the other one's going to go at the same time. So, example, shared titles on cars, shared insurance, shared apartments. So if you have a lease with both your names on it, if you have a joint house, you have a deed that has both of your names on it, for goodness sakes. Mortgages, again, you sink together or you swim together. Those are the things that immigration absolutely wants to see to prove that you have a legit relationship. Filing taxes together, everybody does that. Highly important, but do things that are unique to married life, okay? So that's tip number 2. This is gold, by the way. Okay, tip number 3. This is what you've been waiting for. You need to show good character and community involvement. Immigration never hears that stuff because people typically don't include it, because they don't think of it, or because Wikipedia or whatever doesn't tell them to do it. But immigration is always very interested in somebody's character. Good moral character is everything to immigration. So if you can show that in your filing, you're going to be way ahead of everyone else. This is what happened with my client. He did a ton of community involvement, and we highlighted that. And I tell you what, he got his approval, which is a success, in 4 months, which is unheard of. So those are my tips. Follow those tips. You absolutely are going to succeed, and you're going to get it faster than you otherwise would. If you want examples of other filing tips or success strategies, you need to visit my YouTube channel, because I have a lot of things on there that will help you. No matter what process you're doing, I have a video for you. You need to check it out. You can contact me directly if you want a consultation, but take a look at my videos and see what's in store for you. Give me a call. I want to help you succeed.